Hey guys, this is Tyson Kidd, and you're listening to Count It Out with Mike and Tyler.
You are listening to Count It Out with Mike and Tyler.
Well, we are live, pals, and welcome to a humongous edition of the Bill Apter Seal of Approve, Count It Out with Mike and Tyler. But it is not just Mike, the one and only Mike. Oh no. And it is not just Tyler. And Bill Apter is not here this week, but we do have a couple fine gentlemen, and I use that term very loosely. We have Mr. 20 Minutes himself joining us, Adam Contant. Adam, how are you?
Well, I've got my Coke Zero ready to go. I am fantastic. So glad to be back, as always.
And we also have Mr. Toronto Blue Jays, which is better than being Mr. Toronto Blue Balls, Matthew Sookram. What's going on, brother?
Well, I have a new tagline for my website, apparently. I'm doing great.
Let's just take it home from there.
Water out of a protein shake bottle.
There you are. I'm going a little old school today. I got the Cottage Springs going because Mike also has the Cottage Springs going, and because we are not recording in the morning for the first time in a long time. We are all up past our bedtime to give you guys a damn good show, all right?
You know what's funny, Adam, and I didn't realize this till we did the show, but the guys on the draw, what was the guy's name? Eric. Do you know he calls himself the Coke Zero connoisseur?
I did not know that. I think
That's
him
amazing.
and I are going to have to connect. Send him me his contact info. I'd love to have him on Talk Solid someday.
Well, Talk Solid, by the way.
That would actually be a really good team up right there. I would like that a lot.
We are, after a long debate, Mike and I have decided that we are going to go more than 20 minutes with you today, Adam. So you are more than welcome to stay on past the there's no Danny here to ring the bell and pull the curtain down tonight, boys. We are going to have a good night. I'm excited. This is the first time, I believe, that I've done Count It Out with you, Matt. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, awesome to be here. I know it's
not in a dingy motel in Windsor, anyways.
Fair enough. Not to be fair,
But you are full of alcohol still.
that is correct.
everybody was full of alcohol that day.
That was a hell of a.
We drank a lot of Cottage Springs that weekend.
That was before the sponsorship.
Yeah.
You know, there's another TNA show coming up in Brampton this summer. I'm just saying.
I saw that.
Oh
and
yeah, what day is that again?
That is on my wife's birthday, August the 27th. So
She's welcome to join us too.
I think
That's fine.
I was thinking maybe we reach out to our TNA guys and we see if we can get her a couple ringside tickets, and I can introduce her to my friend Morris today and our good friend Eric Young, and
Yeah, that'll go over well.
well, either way, Rosemary, I'm sure she would get a kick out of the Undead Realm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would be on the Undead Realm permanently if I took her to that.
That's it.
Let's just talk really quickly about what's going on in your boys' world. Matt, Blue Jay City is running wild. How's the website
Jay's
going?
Journal is great. It was looking like I was going to break my streak early in the season. I was going for 1 million views a month on the page since I took over, and that has been going strong since last January. I started in May, but like halfway through the month, so I count January as my first one. And after the Blue Jays got off to a really bad start, April was not looking so hot for our numbers. However, interestingly enough, because they've been off to such a bad start because of the amount of injury news, and they've made a couple of trades, and they've acquired or they've had to call up a couple of players, and some guys are starting to come back now. That's at least kept the interest going on some of our articles. So today we hit the 1 million views mark today.
Beautiful.
So the streak is going. Brock Lesnar hasn't F5'd me yet. So
I was gonna say I'm very, very surprised to hear Toronto fans losing interest in a team that's not doing well. That's shocking to me.
I know, completely shocking.
I
yeah.
did not have Toronto fans pegged as bandwagon jumpers at all
Not
for any
at
sport
all.
for
Yeah.
any sport at all. Adam,
Yeah.
what's going on in the world of Rock Solid Wrestling slash Talk Solid Wrestling? I've really enjoyed the podcast. I believe this is unofficial. I've got my sources, but I believe my episode is the highest rated one in the history of anything to do with Rock Solid Wrestling. So that's awesome for us. Very happy about that.
Well, I don't know who your sources are, but I'll say it may be topped by some upcoming ones. I gotta say, I'm very excited. We've got the Notorious TID coming up in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
And as you know, that man is an absolute legend. I had a wonderful conversation with him. Viewer discretion is advised when it comes to anything TID, but it is a fascinating conversation about his original pioneering of the pro wrestling podcast genre. And as you know, Tid's very opinionated, and it's a great listen. I'll tell you that much. I will say this show is set to broadcast on what date? Thursday? Is it going to be
Thursday,
on its
yeah.
regular time
Oh, it's
spot?
Yep.
Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to break a little bit of news for you guys here. If you guys listened to the most recent episode of Talk Solid Wrestling with Derek Sharp, you'll know that we have announced our return to Sterling, Ontario on Saturday, May the 30th. But what we haven't announced yet, which we're going to do exclusively on this episode of Count It Out, is we're going to announce that tickets go on sale this Friday. So this Friday, we start tickets on sale for Sterling, Ontario, Rock Solid Wrestling. Get your tickets now at rocksolidwrestling.ticket.ca. That's rocksolidwrestling.tickit.ca. Of course, you can always just go and visit rocksolidpro.ca and get your tickets right there. So another exclusive for you guys because you're my friends and I love you. So there you have it.
We'll take it, brother. That's awesome news to hear. I'm very, very excited about that.
Also,
Not me Googling Sterling, Ontario.
Just a little
I
outside of Belleville.
Well, I think that's a great segue, Mike. What do you think? Because you and I also have some news that we did promise to deliver.
If we have a lot of news, but I guess we gotta talk about the big one, right?
Yeah, well, because I kind of talked about it a little bit on the stream last night. So
On what stream?
Well, I popped into Van and Holden and they brought it up. So I didn't announce anything officially, but we did talk a little bit about it.
Guys, enough of the lovers' quarrel, okay? You guys can settle this off camera.
just tell us the news.
Mike, lay it into the people.
Well, it is official. We are doing it again. For the second year in a row, Count It Out gets to put on a phenomenal show for you guys, and the Count It Out Cup is coming back.
Amazing.
And
Congratulations, guys.
this time, we're not in Blythe, Ontario. This time, we're just outside Blythe in Belgrave, Ontario. This time, doing something for the town of Belgrave, which is they're doing a big street festival, and we're going to be part of that, which is very, very cool. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but Tyler, I think we kind of outdid ourselves on the card this year.
Absolutely. Let's give the date for everybody as well. That's going to be Sunday, June the 14th. Count It Out with Mike and Tyler proudly presents the Rumble for the Jungle Gym as the township of Belgrave is trying to raise money for a brand new jungle gym. It is the return of the Count It Out Cup.
A park in general.
Whatever.
Raising money for a park.
It's a jungle gym to me, brother. All right. That's what she told me in the initial email, and that's what I'm running with. And we named the damn show after it. So they're only getting a jungle gym. All right. Get a park on your own time. Call Leslie Knope if you want a park. Call Count It Out if you want a jungle gym. All right. The return
That's
of the
going on
Count
the
It
poster.
Out. That's it. The return of the Count It Out Cup. 8 of the finest to compete in Ontario. Should we give a couple of the names, Mike? What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think we can hold that. I don't know what you want to do. Do you want to give a little bit of card each week? Do you want to give everything today? What do you want to do?
How about we give 4 names of the Count It Out Cup, and I will announce another group of talent that will be on the card as well that I'm very excited about.
Beautiful. All right. Well, how do you want? Where do you want to start? Do you want to
pick a name, and I'll pick a name. We'll go back and forth. There's only 8 people to choose from, and whatever 4 we don't name this week, we'll tell you in a couple.
I'll throw the name I'm most excited about. A person I wanted in the cup last year, and we just couldn't make it work. One of my favorites on any wrestling scene. Pretty Ricky Wilde will be in the North or the Count It Out Cup. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah,
I love everything Ricky does. I love him as a person, and I can't wait for him to be part of what we do.
It's got a very fun new podcast out too, Clark's Side of the Ring. It's quite the listen. I'll tell you, it's fun. Joining Pretty Ricky in the Counted Out Cup will also be a friend of the show. One of my personal favorites, the hot stepper McCray Martin, will be in the Counted Out Cup. Always exciting to have him around. Well, who else do you want to go with here, Mike?
It wouldn't be a counted out show if we didn't put forward some of the greatest women's talents in Ontario. And we have handpicked Wanda Del Rey to be in the Counted Out Cup this year. And guys, don't sleep on Wanda Del Rey. If you've been to any Barry wrestling shows, you know she's one to watch.
And I will close it out by saying that we have also signed for the Counted Out Cup the current Mystery Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, London Lightning, is going to be joining us for the Counted Out Cup. So that is the first 4 participants. We will announce the other 4 in the next couple weeks to come.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of 4, I want to just announce one more group of talent because, in my opinion, it is the fastest rising group of talent in all of Ontario on the entire independent scene right now. I think that we are going to be everybody this time next year. Will not be talking about anybody else other than the group Mano Po. I'm very excited to have them there. That is Kingsley, Tio Tequila, Take It Easy Joey, and Kuya Cole. These 4 are phenomenal. They are going to be an 8-man tag action. It is going to be incredible. I love these kids. I'm so excited to have them on the show.
Yeah, and you know what? This is all. I like how we're sticking to this theme because we only gave 4 away for the tournament. You talked about a 4-man team, and we are doing a list of 4s this week because the main event of the Counted Out Cup will be a 4-way. The 4 people who win their matches in the tournament will meet together in the main event, and the winner gets the cup. So, in honor of this match, we are going to be doing the top 7 fatal 4-ways in WWE history today.
And there's 4 of us here this week.
And there's 4 of us. We're just sticking to the theme. I love this.
It's just too bad we couldn't get the best 4 horsemen of all time, Arn Anderson, to join us on the show today, but that's okay. Conversation for another day.
I swear to God, if Sean Gibson jumps in here with his Paul Roma shit, I'm gone.
All right, listen. Normally, we talk about, what's going on in the world of wrestling, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do that this week because we're just post off of WrestleMania. Lots of stuff's happened. We've talked about a lot of wrestling. It's very rare that the 4 of us get together, so I want to do something fun this week. So I got a couple games for you guys to play. It's time to play the game. Somebody spit water.
Hey, you so.
I put together a couple little things here. So we're gonna start off. We've got 3 different ways that we're gonna go here. We're gonna start off with a round of keep 3 and cut 4. So I'm going to give a topic. I'm going to list names at random. You guys are gonna have to decide if you want to keep them or cut them. You only get to keep 3. You have to cut 4. You guys have to be, at least 2 of you have to be on the same page on it. So majority will rule for you guys.
Better get my notepad out here.
And I want to clarify something here. So you are not giving us the full list ahead of time.
No.
This is one at a time. Yeah. You have to make a decision in the moment.
Absolutely.
You have to decide whether or not is he going to give you something better later or not. These are hard.
So since
I wasn't built for this.
Since we are coming off of the heels of WrestleMania, we are going to do keep 3 and cut 4 WrestleMania main events.
Oh boy.
All right.
And we're going to start with the main event that we just saw this year, CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Are we keeping it or are we cutting CM Punk and Roman Reigns?
All right, gentlemen. I mean,
that's an easy keep for me. I'll see where you guys go, but that's a very easy keep for me.
I mean, are there 6 better main events than that one off the top of my head? I mean, probably, but it depends which ones that Tyler picks.
Yes, that's the X factor here.
Don't sleep on the good name of King Kong Bundy, gentlemen.
That's what I mean.
Also, this might be a recency bias, but I did announce on the show last week that this is a top 10 main event for me. It is, I think, my favorite Roman Reigns match. So again, talk to me in a year. Maybe this is recency bias, but I don't know if there's 6 that I like better than this right now as we speak.
I feel like you get really hot about WrestleMania every year, and then
I
you
do.
cool down a bit.
Yeah,
Which isn't a bad thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, well, I don't always cool down. It's been 30 years. I'm still hot about WrestleMania 8. So
That's true.
Does this
you might
include
be the only one.
Does this include the entrances?
Of course, it's the WrestleMania main
It's
event.
everything
That
in the
pins
package,
that
right?
pins it right there.
I might have to give it a nod to it then, because I'll tell you,
Yeah.
I think I've gone back and watched CM Punk's entrance from that
Mhm.
probably a dozen times. It was chill inducing. I
Mhm.
loved it. You know
That's
what?
what Mania is all about, honestly.
I didn't
It
think
did
he'd be
feel
able.
it felt like a WrestleMania moment. It was one of the few things on the show that felt, oh, like this feels like WrestleMania. Yeah, you know what? I'll say keep it. Let's go for it.
I
Okay.
didn't think he'd be able to outdo his Chicago Michael Jordan entrance a few months back, and then he went and did this thing at WrestleMania. I was like,
All right.
okay, I think we're keeping that.
So
Right
we
on.
are keeping Punk versus Roman. We are off to a hot start here. Let's shift gears a little bit and let's go to WrestleMania 24, The Undertaker versus Edge.
This is a good one, but I
Yeah.
am going to start off by giving it a thumbs down and say that I think you've got some heavy hitters up your sleeve, and this is a good match, but it is not one of those matches. Aside from the Charles Robinson run, I don't think it's something that people like point to and say like, "Oh my God, remember that." So I'm going to say thumbs down on this one.
I said on my recent appearance on Counted Out that I think that this was a good match, but I think Undertaker and Edge had better matches during their rivalry later on. I'm okay to get rid of this one.
Well, majority rules. I was going to vote for it. I'm not going to lie, and I was going to say that Matt's going to be the tiebreaker, but we don't need a tiebreaker. I guess we're not keeping this one.
Mike, you're the guy that's going to just
I've
keep
never been in the
everything.
majority before, Mike.
Like everything.
Blue hoods for life.
That's right.
Let's go.
I am going to be the Kevin Smith of this podcast. I'm just not going to be able to complain about anything. I love everything.
Let's go to WrestleMania 5. Hulk Hogan versus the Macho Man. The Mega Powers explode.
It's a tough one.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll tell you, one of the all-time greats. Uh-huh. Ooh, now keep in mind, right? We've only got 3 spots total. So
Three
two
to
left.
keep.
You have 2
Yeah,
left.
that's right.
that being said, I think this is one of the all-time greats.
Me
Like,
too.
this is up there.
It's everything
I think it's
WrestleMania
been
you want,
surpassed
right?
by so many other things, though.
Well, I think it's going to depend how
Or
you
at least
guys
a
are
few
looking
other
at this,
things.
Yeah,
right? Now, are you looking at this as just a pure match quality? Are you looking at this as a magnitude main event? Like you guys took the CM Punk entrance into account for the first one.
This is one of the best stories I think
Yeah.
told going into a
two
Mania
of the
event,
all-time
main event.
greats.
Exactly.
But we're not talking about build-up. We're talking about the main event
That's
itself. I will step in front of the bullet here, and I'll say I also give this one a thumbs down. I'll say that there are other ones out there that I think are going to top this one. And again, it's the limited number of spots that we have that makes me hesitant to give the thumbs up.
That's exactly where I'm at too. And we may end up regretting this.
Yeah, I feel this is going to be really hard in the end, but I think I do agree. I feel like he bottom loaded this list.
Okay.
Just to be like, gotcha.
Yeah.
Bottom loaded was my nickname in high school.
That was the theme of my wedding night, but let's go let's go to WrestleMania 22. John Cena versus Triple H.
Nah.
No,
We don't need
that's
that.
a easy
Okay,
pass,
I thought you
think.
guys were a big one on that one.
I like it, but it's not. No.
So, ironically enough, I think the thing people remember from that main event is the entrances. They're also like, oh my God, these were really cool. We got the big theatrical entrances for this one. But I think the match itself has kind of lost the time.
Which one was that? Was that John's the car?
The gangster.
Yeah, with
Chicago gangster.
The gangster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Conan the Barbarian.
Conan, yeah.
The debut of CM Punk.
That's right. Exactly.
Well,
Twice, two WrestleMania
And-
main event entrances for CM
Was that not
Punk.
the one that had Sasha and Charlotte and
that was
Alexa
30.
Bliss?
That was
No,
30.
that was 30.
Dang it!
Daniel
And
Bryan.
that wasn't
Thought I
even
was
the
gonna
main
sound
event. That was the
smart
opener.
there.
So I couldn't get you guys to bite on WrestleMania 5, but can I get you to bite on WrestleMania 6? Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. Thumbs
can
up
for
from
me.
I mean,
Adam.
we're running out of.
Where are we here? How many have we turned
You
down?
have kept
We
one
have
and you have
kept
turned
one.
down
Punk
3.
versus Roman. Yeah,
So we can only turn down one more.
You can
we can
turn down
only
one
turn down
more.
one more.
Yeah, I think.
But
But
we
this
have
is
1,
not one
2,
to turn
3,
down. This is
No,
one
I
of
think
the
you got. I
all-time
think.
greats.
I think.
4,
I think.
5. We only have 2 more.
Yeah.
We only have.
Yeah, because you
Sorry, I
know.
Okay,
can't
well,
math right now.
while
You
Matthew
know-
tries
you-
to math,
Yeah, no, because you know he threw fucking King Kong Bunny in the end there. So yeah, no, we got to keep this.
We are
So we
keeping-
have 2 more matches.
It was not once in a
pick from.
lifetime, but it was twice in a lifetime. John Cena and The Rock, number 2.
Personally, that's
See,
not a
and-
keeper for
No.
me, but
I think number 1 is better.
Okay.
yeah.
So
here's the thing. I disagree. I still
I
think
like
the
2 better.
I think 29 is the better main event. However, that being said, even if we get rid of this one, we still have 28. And 28 is still pretty good. So I say
If it's on the list.
I'm
so-
willing to take the risk on King Kong Bundy, and I say thumbs down it, and Tyler gave us a banger
So-
at the end.
So whatever you're about to say now is our last keeper.
This is your
right?
last
Yeah,
keeper.
we have to keep this one now.
Yeah, we're keeping
Yeah.
it, baby. Let's roll the dice.
I think you guys are going to be pretty happy with it. I've got the last one that you will be keeping is Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31.
Yeah,
Yes.
baby.
Ice of the century.
Yeah.
I had to wait for which
I know,
WrestleMania.
31. Banger. Absolute
Yeah.
banger.
I think you guys did pretty good. So you've got a keep of Punk and Roman, Hogan and Warrior, and the Heist of the Century. And you said no to Taker, Edge, Hogan, Macho,
I think that's perfect.
Cena and Triple H, and Cena and The Rock. Would you make any
Honestly,
changes there now that you know the list?
6 and 5 are interchangeable for me.
That's
but
what I
other
was
than
gonna
that,
say, too.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you guys did
6 and
pretty good on
5.
that one. Let's see if
I
I can
do too.
shake. Let's see if I can shake the boat a little bit. I got one more keep 3 and cut 4 before we move on
Love
to the
it.
next one. We're gonna go with Intercontinental Champions, greatest Intercontinental Champions. Keep 3 and cut 4. I will
Okay.
tell you, boys,
This is gonna be
this is gonna be a hard one. Okay,
because I'm gonna have some hot takes on this one. I guarantee it. So
let's
Remember,
start
we're
off.
going to have to save a spot.
Let's start off
Bob
with. Let's start off with the bad guy, Razor Ramon. Start off hot on this one.
Oh, man. We only get 3?
You get 3, and this is going to be a hard list, boys. You're going to have to make some hard cuts.
I'm gonna put a
He
thumbs
is?
down.
yeah, I think I'm with Adam here because he is one of my favorite wrestlers. But I'm trying to think of his reign as champion, and
He is
I mean,
incredible
he had-
for his time, but he
Yeah.
has been surpassed.
Okay.
yeah, that's a cut.
Man.
Okay.
I'm
Big-
gonna just throw my hat out there and said I would like to keep him, but that's okay. I've been overruled.
Okay. Well, we can come back to this at the end and see. Let's go with, how about more of a modern day, the ring general Gunter.
Hmm.
He's the
I'm
lo-
gonna say pass just because like the modern title reigns just haven't felt as grandiose other than Roman's long 1500 day reign or whatever it was.
Gunter did break
I mean-
the record.
Yeah,
Oh, that
Playing
was the
devil's
Intercontinental?
yeah.
Yeah, he
I
is
thought
the
that was
longest
the
reigning
world's
inter-
heavyweight.
longest
My
reigning
bad,
Intercontinental
guys.
champion, Gunter.
So playing devil's advocate here,
Yeah.
yes, he has that. Also, banger after banger,
Banger.
after banger match
Yeah.
from Gunter. Like there's a lot of
WrestleMania
matches you could point
39
to.
triple threat might be one of the greatest IC title matches of all time.
And then him losing the belt too to Sami Zayn the next year. Oh my God, what an incredible contest. Every match that he's had in that year span was phenomenal. I'm gonna go with a thumbs up. I'm gonna give it to the Ring General. Put him in the list.
I think I'm with Adam on this one.
All right, this is everybody
Like I
against
said,
Matt
I
here.
thought all that was when he was holding the world heavyweight title.
Okay. Well, Gunter, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, he defeated the Honky Tonk Man's reign. So let's talk about the Honky Tonk Man.
That's a no for me. Yeah.
Thumbs
Hard
down.
pass.
Yeah.
I'd at least somebody give him a thumbs up for the
Nah.
theme music alone. Come on.
That is such a moment of its time that it's just such a footnote. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not going to take a bite of that Subway sandwich. You can, and there is my typical joke for 4 people right there. Now that I've fulfilled that obligation, we can move on.
Let's move on then to The Rock.
No, I don't think so. With all apologies to Sookram, because I know how much you love The Rock. He had some good runs with that belt and a couple good matches, but let's be honest, it is a footnote in his history compared to his time in the main event as the world champion. When you think of The Rock, you don't think about the Intercontinental title, you think of the World Championship. So I'm going to give it a thumbs down personally.
I do like his feuds with Triple H over that title.
Ken Shamrock
And his
Stone
and his
Cold.
one stuff with Shamrock and his 1 month feud there with Austin was so memorable too.
Austin threw the belt in the.
There's so many names still in my head that I'm like, you haven't said yet.
And this is the hardest one for me to pick between, because on one hand, I'm thinking this would be a good one to keep, but who does he have left? I'm sorry, Matt. I think I'm with Adam on this one.
Fine.
All right. Cutting The Rock. We continue to stick it to Sookram on this
Adam,
list.
I'm wearing glasses and a hoodie.
Oh shit! How many have we cut?
We have
cut
three?
3 now.
Okay, we got to be careful here. All right.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret Hart.
That's a keep.
Yes.
Okay.
100% keep that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we get 1 left, and I have 1 guy that I know for sure is on mine. So
I hear voices in my head. Randy Orton, the Legend Killer.
he's not the guy.
How many do we have after this?
This is it. You have 1 cut and 1 keep left.
So the question is Tyler trying
This
to
is
swerve
number
us?
6.
No.
That's the question.
Is it a swerve? Is it not a swerve?
Is Tyler trying to swerve us? Because there could be an Albert hanging around the corner.
Yeah,
is all
right.
I'm saying.
You
Or
did not disparage the good name of Albert on this show, sir.
or a test.
Or a Val Venus.
Oh, come on.
I wouldn't do that to you guys. Come on now.
But it could be the big gold one.
Whoa, hold on now.
Talking about gold dust?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I'm going to leave it up to you two guys. I don't know. I feel like Tyler's going to swerve
love
us,
Randy Orton.
but I don't know. My feelings are more about
feel
Tyler
like
than
it's
they are
similar
about the
with The
competitor.
Rock.
I was just
King Kong Bundy coming back.
Yeah. You took the words out of my mouth, Matt. I think this falls in the same category as The Rock, where just like Adam said, when you think of his career, that you don't go straight to the Intercontinental title. I think this is a cut.
Are we going with a cut? Final
We're
answer?
going with a cut. So now we're putting the last guy on the list again.
Well, the last guy, I have a hard time saying his name, so let me spell it out for you. It is JEFF.
I'm good.
JARRETT. Choke on that, slap nuts. You're getting Jeff Jarrett.
I regret so
Another
many
perfect
things
list.
about what I've done in the last 5 minutes.
Now,
Another perfect list.
Sookram was very adamant. He regretted the Razor.
I would have put
cut.
Razor over Jarrett any day.
No,
I think Razor has had way more.
Listen, every other list as a wrestler, as a character, everything else, I'm with you. As an Intercontinental Champion, I think Jarrett. I remember Jarrett's reigns. I remember Jarrett as
Dude, the ladder match against Michaels was over the Intercontinental title.
I'm going with Sookram on this one. I love me some Jeff Jarrett, but I think
guys,
Razor is one of the best IC champs
guys,
of all time.
hitting Fabulous Moolah with a guitar. Come on, that's
Well, wearing the
That's what
IC
I
title
mean,
too,
like,
not
he
just
was
as the
also-
champ. He was wearing the belt when he did it.
that trumps the ladder match every day of the week. Come on.
All right, well, I'm not
So
done torturing you guys. So final
we
list
went
here. You
Gunther,
kept Gunter, Bret
Bret
Hart,
Hart.
and Jeff Jarrett,
That's
and
a
you
damn good list.
you
That's
cut Razor
respectable.
Ramon, the Honky Tonk Man, The Rock, and Randy Orton on the cut list.
Yeah.
I'd say that's not a bad list, guys. You guys did pretty good here. Let's
agree.
turn things up a notch here because we're gonna do some blind ranking now. Okay. Again, we are a show of 7, so this will be we're going 7 instead of 5. All right, boys, we gotta live the gimmick. Really gonna make it hard for you guys here. Blind rank the following tag teams.
Ooh. We're going to be on watch now because this
So
is Tyler's.
hang on, let me write this
forte.
one.
Also more hot
Two,
tags. Hot tags. Hot takes.
Very nice.
I'm going to
7.
start off
Okay.
with kind of a little bit of a fuck you here, all right? And when I say the name, you'll get it because this is something that you guys preach a lot more than I do. Edge and Christian.
Oh, that's
So
question.
like
These
we
are tag
only get
teams.
7.
This is top 3 for me.
You
These
blind
are
rank
all-time
them
tag
1 to
teams?
7,
Okay, we're getting
all-time
7,
tag
okay.
teams,
And not one company of all wrestling.
all wrestling.
Oh.
Okay, top 5 then.
Wait, hey, hang on. Let me look here.
top
You know
4.
what? I'm looking at my list. It is everybody on my list is a WWE tag team though.
Okay,
So-
so let's
so
just
does-
put them in the WWE context.
You
then.
you can
Okay,
count
so-
you can
But-
count their work in AEW as well.
Oh,
I'm
I was
okay
gonna
with
say
that.
because
I'm
if
okay
you
with
say
that.
the Dudleys, are we going all over? Or you say the Hardys, are we going?
Yeah, it's greatest tag teams. You can
Okay,
take any
okay.
of their body of work. I will say my
Okay.
list is pretty heavy WWE though.
Okay,
I'd put them at number 3.
that I was thinking between the 3 and 4 spot. Yeah,
I'll go 4.
4?
let's
You
do
guys
it.
all good with 4? Edge and Christian?
Okay,
Okay.
let's take 15 seconds to pose here.
That's a great dead air. Dead air. I will talk out loud while we pause. If you're not listening on Spotify, we all post. Let's go with
That part's gonna make me laugh so hard when I'm listening back to this.
let's go with the Brain Busters next. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard.
For me personally, I think that's a 5 spot. They're one of my
I'm going
favorites of all
6.
time, but they're one of my favorites of all time. But they never made a mark in the business as a tag team. Might even be a 6 spot. Yeah,
WWF and NWA Tag Team Champions. Classic
Sorry,
matches all across the board.
Sorry, Tyler. I'm going with Sookram on this one. 6.
6.
Again, I
I'm
just
6
think
as well. Yeah,
their work is so good, but I think some of the stuff, like I think
Not
tag
enough
team
of an
wrestling,
impact.
yeah, got
that's
so
it. That's it. Their matches
Yeah.
are phenomenal. All their matches are great.
Okay.
But-
well, you
but-
said Impact. How about the current TNA Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Matt and Jeff the Hardys?
That might be a 1 spot for me. A 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm teetering between a 1 or a 2 on that one.
I'm at 1 or 2 as well.
Because I'm thinking of only one team he might say that will usurp them.
I assume you're thinking the Dudleys as the number 1 spot to usurp them, Mike.
Okay, so I'm thinking 2 teams that might usurp them.
Well, who else are you thinking?
Yeah, what is the other team you were thinking?
Road Warriors.
We can talk about it. We don't have to
Yeah.
make it's a surprise.
The Road Warriors with their body of work everywhere, all around the world, very well could usurp the Hardys.
Personally, I feel like the Dudleys have surpassed them, but I wouldn't be upset with them at number 1. Why don't we say
But
2?
would we be upset if the Dudleys are not on this list?
That's
and
the other thing we
have
have to
Matt
consider.
And we have Matt and Jeff at number 2.
If the Dudleys or the Road Warriors are not that, and then we end up with fucking, or he puts the
Testin
Dudleys,
Albert
but
at number 1.
or he puts the Dudleys, but it's Bubba Ray and
Hey,
Spike.
It's Spike.
King
it's
Kong
Spike
Bundy
and
and Big
Kane.
John Studd were a hell of a tag team, boys. I don't know
Dances
why I'm on a
with
King Kong
Dudley.
Bundy
King.
kick this week.
Dances with Dudley and Big Dick Dudley.
Yeah, it is the Dudley boys, but it is not Bubba and Devon. It is
I
any
still-
other.
I'm okay with them being my number 1. I really am. Like it's the Hardys.
I will give this over to Adam because I am good with 1 or 2. I do think they might be the greatest tag team of all time. The Dudleys are there too. I don't know.
I think to avoid having Well Done end up in our number one spot, I am also going to say we should put the Hardys at number one.
Got it.
No, that would be a well done job
If
by
he
me
says
if I got that.
Techno Team 2000 later, we missed our one spot, I'm gonna be pissed.
Let's go with the New Day.
Oh,
Interesting. Okay, so sorry, what have we filled so far? We
okay.
filled
Matt and Jeff are
one.
at number 1. We don't have 2 and 3. Edge and Christian are number 4. We
No
don't have a number
5.
5. Arn and Tully are number 6. We don't have a number 7.
And we
Like,
still have.
we could also have the
he
Usos
hasn't
on here. We could have
he
the
hasn't mentioned
Shield
the
on
Usos.
here.
Exactly, he hasn't mentioned the Usos, and he hasn't mentioned the Dudleys.
He hasn't mentioned the New Age Outlaws.
Oh,
Now-
you didn't
now-
know?
Now we know like the Bucks aren't going to be on the list because he did say he went heavy WWE.
I
So
wouldn't
there
put
won't
the
be any
Bucks on my
Bucks.
list altogether.
Well,
so.
I'm just throwing out names here.
I am comfortable with New Day having a high spot.
Me too.
I think
I'm a
I
2
think
or
they
3 guy
are.
for New Day.
Yeah, I think they're in
Yeah.
the conversation for greatest of all time. Honestly, like truly, honestly, I mean that.
Mhm.
I'll put it out there. I'll say 3. Put them in the
I think
3.
I think I'm good with 3.
I am also good with 3.
New Day in the 3
New Day
spot.
rocks.
How about brand new WWE Hall of Famers Demolition?
Whoa, what spots do we have remaining?
2,
2,
5,
5,
and
and
7.
7.
This is gonna be a hot take,
Ah.
but I'm thinking 7. Just because I feel like he's gonna have some names, and we're gonna regret.
Matt,
What kind of names am I going to have, Mike? Am I going to have big names, or am I going to have
I will
conquistador
say
names?
I will say 5 because I feel like there is going to be some fuckery later, and I feel like
if the Usos, I'm just be pissed if we put the Usos at number 7. You know what I mean?
absolutely, but I feel like we should have the 7 spot there just in case, because I think we've got our bases pretty covered, because we've got one very high spot and we've got a lower end spot.
And
So I
then-
think we're covered in case one of those things happen.
Mhm. You guys have laid this
And
out
don't-
very well.
Don't get me wrong, I love the demos. They're in the running for like my favorite WWF tag team of all time. But if I'm gonna put them at one end of the spectrum, given the other names we have here, I probably put them towards the end. So I'm gonna personally, that's my case for number 5, is the case that I'm going to make.
5 is
Just know
good.
that
I mean,
I just know that Tyler knows me so well, and if he's holding back on my favorite tag team of all time, that he knows who it is. And we
I don't
didn't
know
put
if I
them
do
at
know
the
who your
number
favorite
5
tag team
spot.
is. Who did Rowdy Piper ever team up with? I don't remember.
I was thinking the exact same joke. Who did Piper
I've
team
only
up with?
mentioned it on the show about 1,000 times, and we've had both members on the show.
John
Oh,
Tenta
okay, yes,
was his
yes,
tag
yes.
team partner in WCW.
Not Fred Ottoman.
I'm
Dem-
okay with Demolition at number
Demolition.
5. I mean,
5
Demos at
spot.
5.
I think they
All right.
still
Okay.
have the
Let's go number 5.
longest.
New Day broke
Most
the
combined?
record.
New Day broke
Yeah,
the
New Day
record.
New Day
Okay.
broke the record.
I remember that
Oh,
happening,
yes,
and
that's
all I
right.
wanted in the whole world was for Demolition to come back and for the New Day to beat them in a match.
To set the
happen,
record would have been great. I remember
Absolutely.
that now, yeah.
You have a better chance of that happening between Lash and Naya.
Absolutely.
Owen Hart and the British Bulldog.
7. I'm comfortable putting them at 7. I still think you've got an ace up your sleeve for another big one.
The Mega Powers.
I'm gonna have to give this to Matt, because me
Matt, you
personally,
can-
I would put them high. They're one of my favorites, but that I don't know if I'm ranked. This is a hard pick for me. This is a homer. I'm giving this to Matt. Matt, you can decide.
I don't think they did enough as these other tag teams. They were, sort of like how I feel about people on our other list, like Jarrett and Orton and guys like that who I think did other stuff in their careers. Like,
I'm
Yeah.
sending you a Jeff Jarrett playlist. God damn it!
Spends his
I think
days
we have to
working
put these guys
hard
at
on
number
the
7.
go.
All
Number
right.
7, Owen
I
and
think we have to
Bulldog.
put these guys at number 7,
So-
and I'm sorry
so
if number 2
Let's
ends up
recap.
being
Let's recap
the
here.
Holly Cousins.
Number 1, you have the Hardy Boys.
Yeah,
Number 2, to be determined. Number 3, we have the New Day. Number 4, we have Edge and Christian. Number 5, Demolition. Number 6, The Brainbusters. Number 7, Owen Hart and the British Bulldog, which is
That's a
going to
hell of
leave
a
us
list.
with your number 2 spot. You guys played it right. You're getting the Usos at the number 2
Oh,
spot.
thank Christ.
Let's
I would have
go,
been okay with
boys.
Yeet it
Usos or
up.
Dudleys in that spot.
Yeet it up. I take my tag teams very seriously, so I did not put any duds in there as far as I'm concerned.
Any Dudders or
Or
Dudleys.
Or
Dudleys.
Dudleys,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. All right, I'm gonna do one more game with you guys, and then we'll move on to Mike's list because I'm having a good time with this. So this is gonna be a game called Speak When You Hear a Better Blank Than. And this is going to be, and I don't think Mike will ever talk.
Now this shouldn't be a team effort. I don't
You
think,
guys,
on this one.
yeah, well, you guys can each have
Yeah.
your opinions here, I guess. So this is going to be Speak when you hear a better promo person than Rowdy Piper.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mike's checking out.
Okay, let's start off.
See you next fall. He literally turns his camera off.
That is funny.
Good bit.
Okay. Let's start with Mick Foley, Mankind, Cactus Jack. No takers. Arn Anderson, Cody Rhodes, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, brother, The Ultimate Warrior, Kevin Owens, Chris.
Yeah.
Kevin
I like
Owens.
more
Okay,
than
lay on your
Piper.
case. Lay on your
Yeah,
case. What is it about Kevin Owens that has Rowdy Piper beat?
Before he got hurt, I think Kevin Owens was just so good at laying out the truth, at getting under guys' skin in a different way. In the 80s and 90s, it was just the way he calls out guys. It's just, I don't know. It's just different. It's not as much machoism. It was way more psychological. The way that Kevin Owens did it. Oh no, the ghost of Roddy Piper is coming to haunt me. Three Scottish men are gonna haunt me in my dreams tonight.
I would say that if you were to compare a modern wrestler's promo style to Rowdy Piper, I think Kevin Owens would be the closest person to that. Because he's got that scrappiness to his promos that Piper had. He's got that craziness to it, and that guy can generate some heat. Just ask the fans of Seattle. Okay, so Sookram, you're in with Kevin
Yeah.
Owens, absolutely. We'll keep the game rolling here. Jake the Snake Roberts,
Oh.
Superstar Billy Graham.
And now I have to decide if I like them more than Owens, right?
Yeah, you can keep playing
Okay.
along, but we're gonna keep it with Piper with these guys, and
Yep.
I'll let you just give a. I'll take them over Owens as well. Keep you in the loop. What did I do there? I did Superstar Billy Graham was the last one. Terry Funk, Chris Jericho,
Yeah,
going Chris Jericho. Okay,
yeah.
okay, Chris Jericho. Lay it
I'm
on me,
sorry,
Adam.
Mike.
What is it about Chris Jericho that you think has Rowdy Piper's number?
Versatility is the big one. I think while Piper is truly one of the all-time masters on the microphone, I do think that he occasionally could veer into silly when he tried to be serious. And I don't think that that was a problem that Chris Jericho encountered as much during his career. I think no matter what topic you gave him, he found a way to make it work on the microphone. That is a guy that can literally talk them into the seats, very similar to Roddy Piper. I just think he did it just as good as Roddy for longer and with more versatility. So I'm going to go with Chris Jericho.
Fair point.
Very, very, and it pains me to say just as much because I do love the Rowdy one on this one, but I do got to just give the very slightest of edges to
Okay.
Chris
So
Jericho.
we found one for you guys. Now, Adam, you can still continue on. You can play if speak now for Chris Jericho. Sookram's got Kevin Owens, and Mike is still on Rowdy Piper. Let's round it out here. We'll take it home. The Rock. Timeless Tony
Uh,
Storm.
I'm gonna say yeah for the Rock
You're gonna
over
go The
Owens.
Rock
I'm
over
I'm with the
Owens.
Rock
Okay,
now.
we're gonna
Yeah.
sub out. So Kevin Owens, you have been eliminated. The Rock, I don't think we really need to get into why he's on there, right? He's the kid can cut a promo. Uh, Timeless Tony Storm. Do we have any takers on Tony Storm? The Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Now I think that's where I talk.
Ric Flair, you got over
It's
Piper?
the only person I had in mind. The
Okay.
only person I had in mind that might topple Roddy for me is Ric Flair.
Well, I've got a few more names. Let's see if they take out anybody's names here, okay? MJF.
Hmm.
No.
The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. CM Punk. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, baby.
Dusty Rhodes has taken over for Jericho.
The
And that
all-time greatest promo of all time, baby. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Dusty is my personal favorite as well. I think he was my choice. And that is it, gentlemen. So very well done. Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, and The Rock taking the who is better than who list.
I
That's
mean, if you're coming up with three names, right?
With
cannot
Jericho falling in there as well. That's yeah.
Jericho
But
Owens, yeah.
but I'd still say he's probably a step below those three. So
I'm great with Dusty. I'm a big Dusty guy. It's just I'm a big Cody. I think Cody's got that little that soul that Dusty like when Cody maybe not so much like corporate Cody like in the WWE right now, but especially when he was on
He,
his
he,
run like in
he, he,
AEW
he's got
and
something that Dusty had.
yeah.
Stop it.
Well, we got to stop talking about Dusty Rhodes though because Mike's gonna start wanting to titty fuck. So maybe
I'm 400 Springs deep. We're getting there.
maybe we
I
should
just feel like
turn.
Cody just doesn't have the same enthusiasm that Dusty had.
There was a time period where Cody was bringing out emotion in people. Like
Yeah,
the promo
it's
that he
been a
cut with
while.
Dustin. It has been a while. I will say the last 2 years, especially, Cody has definitely shifted to more corporate Cody, which I think there's something there that they just haven't found yet. Like I think that there's another evolution to Cody coming soon. They're gonna
Which is why
stumble
I thought they
into
were
it.
gonna do a double turn at
It
Mania. I
it,
thought it
it
was
would have made
there.
sense.
Yeah.
if I can put something forward here, I don't think Cody and Dusty are the same in terms of character. I think Cody is the white meat babyface. Dusty was the blue collar
Yeah.
babyface.
Yeah.
Because I don't think as no matter how much peril Dusty Rhodes was in, you always believe he could rise up and kick somebody's ass. And I don't mean that to say that Cody seems weak. I'm saying that Cody is the guy that you put in peril and he's the underdog. I don't know if you could ever put Dusty Rhodes in a situation where he's the quote unquote underdog because
Yeah.
this is a dude
He'd never
that's
book himself that way.
well by that but what I mean by that is that even at the beginning of his career, the dude was tag teaming with Dick Murdoch
hmm
and just he Dusty Rhodes has always been an ass kicker. Like he's always been a badass. So even if you put him in there against all four horsemen, you're like, he's got a chance, baby. He's
Mhm.
got a chance. Dusty Rhodes was fighting for the common man. Like legit, that was his nickname for a reason. Like he was the guy that people saw in like we all saw ourselves in Dusty Rhodes. He was the guy that he was Rocky Balboa. You know what I mean? Whereas Cody is the underdog. And I think that that's a big difference when it comes to the two of them. And I think that is reflected in their promo style. Cody is always going to be the gosh shucks fighting from behind kind of good guy, whereas Dusty Rhodes is going to be the dude who's like He's a scrapper. He's going to be the guy that's fighting and scrapping for everything for that American dream, right? And I think it is very different. So I don't necessarily think it's a one-to-one comparison, and that's my hot take. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I just hope he didn't join Dick Murdoch on his weekend activities. Raheem wouldn't like that very much.
I challenge anybody though to find a crowd reaction. Like we're just ignoring Mike's comment here. I challenge anybody to find a crowd reaction similar to Dusty Rhodes when he's popping those elbows and the electricity and like the boo, like the crowd making those noises and the jumping and he was like a hero to the white community, the black community, the poor people, the rich people, like everybody related to Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, man. There's a reason that like you could fill an entire list of guys who have stolen the flip flop and fly as a spot.
100%. Well, that's all I got, boys. Mike, you want to jump into your fatal four-way list?
No.
Thank you for playing, guys.
That was awesome, Tyler. Way to line that up. That was a lot of fun.
I just want to go on record as saying I looked at the points and I won. So thank you guys.
Congratulations, Adam, the winner.
I just looked at my calendar and I don't coach on Thursday, August 27th or Friday, August 28th. So just putting it out there.
There you go.
Brampton, here I come.
I'll save you a spot with my wife and myself. We'll
tell you what, I will make a larger effort to be a part of this if you can promise me your wife will be on the episode, because she was great when she was on the show, and I would love to have her included in a drunken episode of Count It Out.
Plus, she loves the bees as much as I do, so I'm down.
She did put over the killer bees. I pop big. I don't think I love my wife a lot, and I'm always very proud of her. But that was next to like watching her walk down the aisle when we got married. That was probably the happiest I've been to hear and see of her. That was a proud husband moment. Bringing up the killer bees.
Get my wife on this show. It won't happen. Yeah.
If you guys do a Danhausen list, my wife might show up because she's. I'll tell you something. Real quick sidebar here. That is, I think, the biggest piece of proof that a guy like Danhausen is super over, because my wife, as you all know, not a wrestling fan in any way, shape, or form. And she is on Danhausen Talk right now and Danhausen social media. She sends me Danhausen stuff because he is over with her. And that's how you know the dude is over. Big time.
My wife has seen Danhausen twice. My wife has watched wrestling 3 times this year so far. The first time was the Women's Royal Rumble. Epic fun. The second time was the debut of Danhausen, which was met with what the fuck is this shit that you're watching? The third time, she happened to come in the room while I was watching WrestleMania with Danhausen and the Midgets. And it was an immediate look at the TV and just, I don't know how you watch this stuff. What the fuck is on this TV right now? Now, she did not see the dick punches, so that may have changed things, but... and according to Michael Cole, we are allowed to say that. That's what they wanted to be called, people. Which, that pissed me off so much that he said that. Because, like, why would Michael Cole know that there is a dressing room full of Danhausen midgets? Like, it just, like, hey, I saw them backstage. Hey. Like, oh, I did not like that, Michael Cole. I think he just wanted to get it out there.
Anytime?
He had to play the PC card. He had to.
I know he did, but
he had to cover his ass.
I did not like it.
I have a simple explanation. Anytime something like that happens, Danhausen did it.
Very true.
I also do love my favorite thing that Danhausen does is when the lights go out and he tries to disappear and then the lights always come back on before he's gone. Every single time it makes me laugh. That's a great piece of comedy.
I just love John Cena's reaction to it at WrestleMania.
He didn't know how to move on. It was just like
he was legit pissing himself laughing, and he's just like, "That's great."
I will give a plug to our friend Jonah over on the R3 YouTube channel. Jonah actually ran into one of the Danhausen midgets and interviewed him at a bar after the show, and he told all the story about how that whole segment came together. about how the Miz was the one that pitched to be carried out of the ring, their interaction with Cena. It's a great little listen. I did not mean to do that. It's
You
a
need to
3 minute.
bring him.
It's a 3 minute. It's a 3 minute interview. Is why I said a little. Okay.
You need to bring him on and grill him about Lucha Underground coming back.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you still do a show with Marty? I'm out of the loop.
They haven't done it in a while.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah.
but he's got connections. You gotta grill him. Put him on the show and grill him.
There you go.
Or
Well,
Jonah, if you want to come on Talk Solid Wrestling, I'll grill you about it on the show. No problem. You give me 20 minutes, I'll get that info out of you.
Well, fuck you, Tyler. I'm not happy about this because how do I follow all this? I don't want to do my list now. I can't. I can't beat this.
All right, well, let's just take it home then, boys. Mike.
No. I did not watch 14 fatal 4-way matches for us to skip the list. God damn it.
Me and Sookram are just gonna see ourselves out because we didn't watch shit for this.
Cheers.
Well, first of all, the only person I know with more wrestling autism than Adam is the person to my left on the screen right now. There's no fucking way
He's
you
not
don't remember
talking about
half these
me.
matches. No,
I remember some of them.
You're down on my Brady Bunch.
I'm just confused because Rob's not on this call, so I don't know what is going on.
I think Tyler takes Rob too. A few years ago, peeling back the curtain here, Tyler and I were trying our best to plan a tournament. We were going to do a trivia tournament, and we were going to bring a bunch of people together and film this whole thing. It didn't end up happening. Maybe in the future, but Tyler kept saying, "I want to host. I don't want to compete. I want to host." And I was fighting him because I'm like, "Dude, you'll win. You'll take it. You'll fucking like the only people that I think are neck and neck are Tyler and Adam. Rob, on the other hand, he has. I think he's got a shot too, but I think Tyler's the Rain Man of wrestling. I don't know, man.
Well, it just depends. Like we all have our areas of strengths, and like Adam would destroy me in anything TNA related. Absolutely, sure. I think we'd probably be pretty neck and neck with WWEF stuff. And I
think you would take it in the Crockett stuff, maybe.
I do like I'm a big Crockett era guy and early Ring of Honor and a little bit of AWA. I know a little bit of their history. Like I like that stuff. World class. I was.
As far as the WWE stuff, I do think that a lot of times you seem to. If I don't rewatch a match before a list, I'm fucked. You'd be like, oh, I didn't need to rewatch it because I watched it 25 years ago and I remember.
Or I just say that to sound smarter, and I just didn't want to rewatch it. Like I'll tell you, there's some matches on here I have no memory of. That might be the case
today. We're doing 7 matches. They're all fatal 4-way matches. And we're going to see which one is the best. We're going to start off in 2002. We're going to Raw with TLC number 4.
I do know this match.
This is Kane and the Hurricane taking on Bubba and Spike Dudley, taking on Rob Van Dam and Jeff Hardy, taking on Christian and Jericho. What a motley crew of fucking tag teams.
This is the match where Bubba gets that crazy concussion off the Bulldog.
Yes, yeah. And when I say Kane and Hurricane, I mean Kane. Hurricane did not make it to this match. They rode him out of this match.
Kane came down by himself.
And fought the whole match and fucking won it.
This is when they were giving Kane that big push so Triple H could beat him.
And unmask
but I will
beat
say,
him and take his power
suck
away.
it, RVD. You're getting over. You're out. Suck it,
but
Bubba Ray Dudley.
At this point in time, I think this is the hottest Kane was ever in his career.
It's a nice looking mask you got there, Kane.
Kane was like listen to the pop when Kane wins this match.
I hate Kane. I'm sorry. I just hate him.
I know you.
I hate him. I hate
Glenn Jacobs. I like Kane in this era. Kane as a babyface right here. Kane was a great babyface right here.
You can keep him. He's on my LA Knight list. He's just not my guy. He's just not my guy.
All right,
Matt and I know where it's at.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to my number 6.
Yeah.
No.
If we're going to talk,
to be quiet before I start recording.
We started in 2002. Let's take it back to 2001. Instead of Raw, we're at SmackDown. Instead of TLC 4, we're TLC 3.
This match is awesome.
We're going Benoit and Jericho versus the
Yeah.
Dudleys versus Edge and Christian versus the Hardys.
I'm surprised this one isn't higher on your list, to be honest.
Me
this
too.
is a banger.
It is. I just don't. I think in the ethos of TLCs, I think it's great.
I think this is one of the best phenomenal TLC matches. This is one of my favorite ones.
I liked the rest of the matches I chose better than this, but I do love this. Now, out of all the Fatal 4-Ways, this is the 6th best. So it's not like I'm shitting on it. But I did enjoy it a lot, but it's number 6 for me.
This was the first time Jeff Hardy did that leapfrog over the ladder spot through the table. But I'll tell you what my favorite spot in this match is. I feel
like they sold that like he murdered Bubba, but
he murdered himself. My favorite spot in this match, though, it's nothing even crazy. It's just such a great psychology spot in a match, especially in a match like this. It was with Edge and Christian and Benoit, because Benoit's ribs were all like fucked up, and they went to do the concerto, and Benoit covered up, and then they just blasted him in the ribs instead. And I just thought that was such a genius spot. I love that. That's a big memory.
They really gave Benoit the Bret Hart treatment in this.
Well, this is when they had the Rocket, but on Jericho and Benoit coming into King of the Ring, right? They were going to do the triple threat there.
Yeah, right. And they were doing the whole, I guess, like Triple H and Stone Cold were doing the 2-man power trip thing.
This is
right?
just after Triple H got hurt. Yeah, this was the SmackDown after he got hurt. Yeah. So now they're scrambling, and they're like, you know what we should do? Just ruin the entire invasion.
Yeah, this was a weird time in the WWE for sure.
But there were some great matches.
There are.
The storylines were awful.
Well, like you said, you just lost Triple H, and then they kind of panic push Benoit and Jericho, and then just all of a sudden, here's the invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was definitely a unique time in the WWE.
Great match though. This definitely deserves to be on your list.
Before I move to my number 5, Adam, you've been oddly quiet for a minute.
I was just thinking that
6 and 7, yeah.
Wonder why that is.
I don't think those matches. I don't think those matches made his list, good sir.
Either the TLC matches are really high on his list, or my list looks a lot fucking different than his.
I'll say this: we're not far off, but they are off.
Okay,
my list, and I disagree with the order. I think 4 is better than 3, but
okay,
only slightly, only by a little bit.
All right. Moving on to my number 5, I feel like this could have been a top 3. The match itself was really good. I think this is a hot take. I think a lot of people like this finish. I just don't dig the finish, and that kind of ruined it for me. And that's why it's my number 5 and not higher. We're going to Backlash 2007. This is John Cena versus Edge versus Randy Orton versus the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
I've actually never watched this match.
Really?
Yeah, never. Interesting. This was a weird time where I followed the product, but like 2007 to like 15, I didn't get to watch a lot. I was just like clips and so I've never watched this full match before.
I really enjoy this match.
This is ranked number 1 on a lot of other lists.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it as number 1 on any list.
Yeah, but those lists don't have any credibility. Let me tell you,
brother.
That's true. Again, it's the finish, and we'll talk about that in a second. I want to get everybody's opinion on this. Tyler, you said you haven't watched the match. Do you know what the finish to this match is?
I do know the finish. They also just redid it in NXT in Toronto with the Ethan Page winning the NXT title. I believe it's the same thing, right? Where Sean super kicked, who was it? Sean super kicked somebody onto somebody and they pinned him.
He super kicked Cena, and Cena fell on Orton and won the match.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird finish to do with a babyface winning.
Yeah.
Yes,
like that doesn't seem like a way that you'd want to position John Cena, especially at that time.
Especially a babyface kicking a babyface and the babyface winning.
I mean, he had a huge match. He had a huge match against Kevin Federline coming up, so you got to make him look strong.
And what is this fresh off of? Like this is fresh off
This
of
is Backlash, right?
Sean and
So
Cena, right?
Yeah,
This
this
is
would be Mania
yes,
23, right?
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. The finish doesn't do it for me.
And that's
Adam,
more of a Raw or
Adam, do you want to wait
SmackDown
till the list is
finish.
over, or do you want to explain why you're so silent right now?
I mean, I don't know. We talked about a lot of reasons why we don't like the match, so I don't know why.
All
Why
right.
it's on the
All
I
right.
list.
don't know why it's
All right.
on
That
there.
is
All right.
fair. I've never heard somebody say this is my number 5 and this is why it sucks.
He only said the finish
no,
sucks.
exactly. I said I love
At
the
least
match.
it wasn't an important part of the
I
match. That
really
Yeah,
sucked.
enjoy the match.
but it's what everybody is
Well,
talking
come
about.
on, come on. Yeah, but let's go back to 2025. My favorite match of the year had a shitty fucking finish, and that's why it didn't make my match of the year. Right?
Okay, sure, but like, okay, then how about this? Let me challenge you here. Other than that finish, why is this match good? Why is this better? Why is this match on your list and not even
to me
near
personally,
mine?
it's for the best that the WWE had to offer at the time, and they were just doing what they do. And Shawn Michaels doesn't do bad matches in this era.
Well, he doesn't do great ones in this one. I don't think this one's one of his better ones. That's all. Okay, that's fine.
Well,
You and I clearly disagree on this one. I feel up until that finish, it's a pretty run of the mill 4-way. I feel like they got some great spots in there, but I don't think they meant as much. I think this was a case of everybody getting their shit in, and then let's do a kooky finish. It feels like to me they were building towards a bigger program with Michaels and Cena. And it just didn't end up working out that way because it feels like with the Mania match, the hour-long match they had in England, and this finish, it feels like they were setting up for another Cena Michaels match that just never happened. This feels like a filler match to me. So that's why it doesn't make my list.
I like the variety that everybody has here because Sookram's looking up like other people's lists. This is a number 1 on it. It's a number 5 for Mike. It's not on Adam's list. We like the finish, but if a heel does it, not a face. So you know what? I might watch this match tonight. I might put this match on and fall asleep watching it. We'll see who's right. If I stay awake,
fall asleep before
if I stay awake, Mike was right. If I fall asleep, Adam was right.
Well, my number 4 is the most recent match so far. And by most recent, I mean it was 12 years ago. We are going to NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way. This is Sammy Callahan. No, it wasn't.
Wrong Sammy.
Sami Zayn versus Tyler Breeze versus Neville versus our boy TJ Wilson, Tyson Kidd.
Now, if it was Sammy Callahan, then 3 people in that match would have been on our show, but it was not Sammy Callahan.
Yes. This is
an awesome match.
It is a phenomenal match. I absolutely love this match. This is when NXT was peak.
I'm going to put an opinion out there, and I've been thinking about this, and I'm going to relate it to. I'll pull the curtain back and in a second here, but I've got a kind of a thing here. There are certain people in certain promotions that I think are very important of getting promotions off the ground and really like elevating them. I think in Ring of Honor, one of those unsung heroes is Paul London. I think his early work was very, very pivotal to making people notice Ring of Honor. And I mention that because Paul London will be joining us on the show next week. Put that out there for everybody. TJ Wilson is that guy for me in NXT. This era of NXT where it was TJ and Tyler Breeze and Neville and Sami Zayn in that main event scene. TJ main evented against Neville the month before that. He really kind of elevated him a little bit, helped people like get him more established in the WWE side of things. I just think TJ is an incredibly big unsung hero during the early days of NXT.
If I can kind of make a point to that, Tyler, I think you are right, but I also think you need to include the other 3 guys that are in this match. I think what you're essentially looking at, ironically enough, in a term, I'm going to use a term that gets kind of overused now. I think you're looking at the 4 pillars of NXT, especially those early years.
Mm-hmm.
NXT was built on the backs of these four guys. And this match really goes to show the reason why that was the case. Uh, Mike, finally, my God, you got it right. You and I,
Is this
same,
the first time I have one of your matches on my list?
not just on my list, in the same spot.
Oh, nice.
Four. So you're right on, man. You're finally getting it right. So thank you. This is great, man. What a great display of athleticism and storytelling and all the things that people were tuning into NXT about. Um, just great stuff here all around from everybody. Um, I highly recommend anyone who missed out on those early days of NXT, check this out. Because I know everybody like talks about like the golden year. The golden years of NXT, but like this is really the foundation of it, and there's so much good stuff here.
This is my favorite time.
Even in the women's division too, like Emma and Paige were really, and to watch like the rise of the Charlotte Flairs and the Sasha Banks, it's really a cool time to go back and look at.
Absolutely,
100%, man.
Now with my number 3, I feel like Tyler's going to attack me here.
Yes, finally.
And tell me it's a heart pick. But Tyler, if it was if it was a heart pick, it'd be my number 1. Okay?
Can I guess?
Oh, you know exactly what it is because you know.
Is it Final Four?
1997 is my favorite year in professional wrestling.
Okay. Here's my take on this match.
I love this match.
I like this match.
It's not a heart pick. I think this is a great match.
This match is fine. I don't think it holds up. I think it drags a little bit.
I rewatched it not long. I rewatched it.
I think the rules of it kind of hurt a little bit.
The over the top stuff, but it made sense because of the.
I get it. I get why it's there.
Right? Yeah.
This is a good match. I don't know if it made my list. I think it would be in my 7 spot. Maybe 6 spot.
All right.
But I don't hate this match. I just think that there are better ones than this match.
This was What Culture's number 1, by the way.
Well, what do they know? But I do like. I think that the beginning of this match is really good. Like the intensity is there. Like the brawling is crazy. I think it does drag a little bit in the middle, though. I think it's just a little too long. I think if they chopped a bit of this match, I think it would be.
I might concede to that, but I don't know. I love it. This is my favorite era of wrestling. These are some of my favorite wrestlers. Vader was a legit threat at this time. He hadn't been.
Yeah, this was like the beginning of the end of Vader's high point, and like this was pretty much the tail end of it. And he got some crazy color in this match.
You can say whatever you want about the stuff with Shawn Michaels, and people be like, "Oh, after Shawn Michaels, he's never the same because he was bullshit." His stuff with Taker was phenomenal. I love everything he did with Taker.
It's good. I will say hands down that Bret Hart and Steve Austin is one of my favorite feuds ever in the WWF.
Absolutely.
This will be a crazy take, but I put it right up there as Bret Hart's greatest rival with Owen Hart. I really enjoyed Austin and Bret's chemistry together. I thought their promos were amazing. I thought all their matches told such different stories. Like Survivor Series was a technical masterpiece. WrestleMania was a submission street fight brawl.
The greatest match of all time.
The street fight they had was crazy. The Revenge of the Taker match was kind of like a mix of a brawl and a technical match. These guys just hit a home run every time.
And Canadian Stampede.
Canadian Stampede, which then catapulted Austin into Owen. This was phenomenal stuff at this time with Bret and Stone Cold.
Yeah, man. Matt, have you seen this match?
Not for a while, but yes.
Do you remember what your thoughts were when you first watched it?
So I wouldn't have seen it obviously in 1997. I would have watched this years after it had happened, and loving how can you not like every single one of these guys in this match, right? So awesome.
I think this match. I think
like,
this match is a little bit more romanticized though because you didn't see
because of who's
four-way matches at this time.
Right.
And the guys that were in it were huge and it was different. That being said, it's still a great match. I
And,
just don't.
and it came off a controversial Royal Rumble. It
Yeah.
was for the title. Sean had just dropped the title, which was also like, what the fuck? There was a lot.
Well,
There's a lot
did he
going
drop his title or did he drop his smile?
on. Uh-huh.
But I don't know if it would be in my number 4 spot. It would be in strong contention to be on my list. I just don't know about the place.
Good, it wasn't my number 4 either. It was my number 3.
Oh God. Well, it definitely wouldn't have been my number 3.
All right, moving on to my number 2. We are going back to the land of NXT. This is 2015. We're doing Takeover Rival. This is Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and Becky Lynch, the 4 horsewomen in a fatal 4-way, which I think is just a fucking masterpiece.
This is a great match. I'm gonna give you my pros and cons of this one. First of all, this match is in a great spot on your list. It's a top 3-4 match for sure. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I do remember loving this match, and this to me is one of the matches that really started the women's evolution. I think you go back to Paige and Emma in the NXT era, and then Charlotte and Natty, and then I think this match, I think they all are very important into where you see the women placed in the WWE right now. My only con is that there are 2 matches that I am looking at that you have not talked about yet, and only 1 spot left on your list.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what your number 1 is, but let's keep on topic with this match here.
And I bet you Adam has 5.
Well, yeah, Adam and I are going to have...
And Matt's confused.
Adam,
So...
Extremely.
Adam and I are going to have the right list. Sookram looks damn handsome tonight.
Thank you.
As he always does.
That's what
Before I move
bring.
to my number 1, does anybody else have anything to say about this match?
I really like this match. I remember back in the WrestleMania days when I kept saying to Adam, like, when are we gonna get this match on the main roster?
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's my 2 cents.
Yeah, this is a great
Adam?
match.
I have things to say about it, but none of you are gonna like what I have to say.
Oh, God damn it.
I think you guys are wrong about this match. I don't think this match is as good as you guys think it is. I didn't make my list.
Watch it.
Didn't make my list.
My number 2 didn't make your list at all.
No. I think that you have a match here that with a lot of great women who are early on in their stardom, still finding their way. And I think
entertaining.
Yes, it is entertaining, but I think that the appeal of this match, especially for the time frame, is that this is something that was still pretty fresh to people. This idea of 4 women going out there and wrestling like guys. But I can't compare this match to everything else that I put on my list and say that this was a better match than any of those. This was a paint by numbers 4-way match, very much like this 2007 Backlash match. I feel like this was a match where it was like, get your shit in, get your shit in, get your shit in. Just go out there and get through it.
Is this the match where Sasha Banks won the title?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I just want to make sure I was thinking of the right one because there was a lot of confusing times there.
I feel like there is a definite lack of confidence from these 4 women in this match. Like they're going out there and they're doing a great job, but I'm saying I feel like this match maybe gets romanticized a bit. And I feel like people see this, they see the names and they go, this is going to be fantastic. And it's very good, but it is not fantastic. It is not list worthy in my opinion.
Okay. I have not watched this match since it happened. I remember being blown away when I watched it. I wonder if it's kind of what I just talked about, how I look at the Final Four.
I would love for you to watch it again and tell me.
You know what? I will watch. I will watch this match. Actually, I will replace the Backlash match now. This will be the match that I watch tonight when we're done recording. Because I am curious.
You're not going to fall asleep to this one. I promise you.
I am curious to see it because it is an interesting time. Because like Becky Lynch was really she didn't know who she was yet. Like She
absolutely
was
not, and you can tell in this match.
And this was the very.
I thought she was British for some reason.
This is like she had just stopped being a leprechaun, I think, but hadn't quite like turned into like the Lost Boys from Peter Pan character he had or whatever she was doing, that weird in
Oh
between
no,
thing.
her steampunk shit. I love her steampunk era.
Yeah, but she hadn't
Yeah.
found it yet though. You know what I mean? And this was the very
Well,
beginning of Sasha Banks finding who she was.
This is where Bailey was becoming one of my favorite wrestlers.
100%.
And
Her
here we are
performance in
over a
this
decade
match,
later, and Bailey is one of my favorite wrestlers.
her performance in this match is easily head and shoulders above the other three girls. You can see it here that she is leagues above those other three in terms of confidence. And I think that this is a big reason. Little quick sidebar rant here. I think when all is said and done, I think we're going to be talking about Bailey in hindsight as like she was the best of the four.
I am
with you 100%.
I was just gonna put that question out. I was just gonna put that question out to you guys because everybody always looks to Charlotte Flair as like
sure,
and I do as well.
But Bailey is.
I think Bailey is going to leave a longer impression on women's wrestling in general. Like now that she's doing these camps as well. Which Kingsley from our area was on. A bunch of Ontario girls were actually at that camp.
I had a chance to speak with Sydney West about it. She had literally just flown back in from Vegas for the TNA show, and she said it was an otherworldly experience. It was so good.
And look at the influence she's had. I mean, that girl Izzy is making a hell of a name for herself on the Indies right now.
Mm-hmm.
If she becomes anything at all, she owes everything to Bailey. You know what I mean?
I mean, it all comes around. It's hard to argue.
There was a time where I thought Sasha Banks was going to be that when she was doing the boss character. And she was being looked at as to be the person to put over the next generation, right? Her feud with Bianca was incredible. And her stuff with Charlotte on the main roster was awesome. Honestly, for me though, Becky's the man.
Becky, really?
Like
Becky's phenomenal.
I rank her higher than Charlotte. I rank her higher than Bailey. I rank her higher than Sasha.
I mean, she's higher than the worst belt collector of all time. But
what's that?
I will say props to Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, though. She did go and drop, I think, pretty much almost all of those titles. She went back and dropped them all.
Well, I think the beautiful thing about it is that you can make an argument for all four women.
All four of them,
yeah, absolutely, you can.
I mean,
three.
It's just
three
funny
of
though,
the
like
four.
They call them the four horsewomen for a reason.
Yeah, three of the four of them have main evented WrestleManias.
I mean, they are the Mount Rushmore of women, at least in NXT, if not WWE.
That's a hard. I don't know, man. You got to take a look at a Trish Stratus on that list as well, right?
Yeah. Okay, well let's start with NXT. If anything, I might replace Sasha with Paige, but
I don't think Paige is on that for me.
Well, that's it. I said might. Yeah.
I mean, I would look at like a Rhea Ripley as a potential on the NXT side.
I think Rhea became a superstar on the main roster. I don't know if
you could put Asuka there, man.
I was about to say
Asuka.
I knew I was missing one. Asuka is
the
name. You are correct.
Asuka has to be on your Mount Rushmore.
I think you do Asuka.
Asuka is the Mount Rushmore.
I think as far as NXT goes, I don't think Becky makes my cut on the Mount Rushmore.
I agree with that
because it's only NXT. Becky's biggest success was on the main roster.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But if you look at Asuka, you look at Charlotte.
I would argue that Becky Lynch didn't really find herself until her first run as SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yeah,
I would.
That would be my argument.
I would argue that she was about to get cut until Nia Jax cut her nose open, and then
I was gonna say, until she made that heel turn at SummerSlam.
Yeah, their arguments can be made for that, but getting back to the point is what I was saying. It's just I agree. Yes, in terms of NXT, Becky probably doesn't belong on that Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I would say Asuka for sure.
I think I'm agreeing with you for sure. Yeah,
Asuka, Charlotte, Bailey, and who?
Sasha, probably.
Asuka, Charlotte, Bailey, Sasha Paige.
Well, gentlemen.
Anyway,
sorry.
Check the thermometers in your house because it's time for the heat. I'm going to get a lot of heat for my number one.
WrestleMania 2000.
I just go fuck yourself. The fact that I even rewatched this for this list, I hate myself.
That is the only match I did not bother to read.
I
knew.
Shame on you all.
I rewatched it in hopes that maybe it's not, because I have never rewatched it since. I hated it so much 26 years ago that I thought that maybe 45-year-old Mike would like the match. No.
I really wish that was the last one that I picked for the keep 3 cut for. You guys were stuck with that on your keep list.
Amazing.
No, I don't know. My number one, I just feel is the most entertaining of all of the matches that I chose for my watch along. It is the one that just kept me watching and being like, what the fuck are they gonna do? And without a doubt, I think it's the match I've watched the most. It's my rewatch. I'm going to 2017. We're doing SummerSlam, baby. Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, and Roman Reigns.
This is awesome.
Number 6 on a lot of lists.
This is right. This is the number one. Yes.
This is the greatest car crash in history.
This is an awesome match. Number 6 on a lot of other lists, you say, eh? Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Philistines. Idiots.
This match starts at 100 miles an hour and ends at 160 miles an hour. Like, they just go crazy for this entire match. It's an awesome match.
This is the one and only time Braun Strowman will ever be a number one on a list for me. But god damn, is this match just everything I want to see in a SummerSlam match. SummerSlam especially, I don't know why. SummerSlam to me needs to be fucking over the top. You know what I mean? I don't know why. SummerSlam does something to me where it's summertime. I want stupid at SummerSlam. Not stupid, but I want over. I want just cheese.
Lots of Gaga.
And they gave me this in 2017. I love everything about this match.
It's crazy when you can have a match and Brock Lesnar is the smallest guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Maybe Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe is,
I think Samoa Joe might
this
take
way.
It, yeah.
Width-wise than Brock. Hell of a match, man. Good choice.
Okay, so I guess I'm not getting the heat I thought I was going to get.
No, I think this is the right choice, number one. Okay, I'm really curious, really quick, if Adam could bang through, just rapid fire your 7. I want to see what the differences are. And then I've got one that's not on Mike's list that I need to know if it's on Adam's list. And if it's not, am I just romanticizing this one? So,
okay.
I'd like to hear.
Number 7, I am going to start off with a TLC match, but my TLC match is from TLC 2010. Edge, Kane, Alberto Del Rio, and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, okay. I did rewatch this and didn't do
These guys were innovative. They were athletic. They had some great brutal spots. They told stories in this one. I just thought this one overall was a more complete match than the other TLC matches. But ironically enough, I do have this one followed by TLC 4, followed by TLC 3 on my order. Okay. But that's my number 7.
That's number 7 on some other lists as well, on like top 10s. So
it's underrated, I think, and underappreciated for sure. Number 6, I actually went with the tag team 4-way from WrestleMania 35. The Usos, The Bar, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rusev,
really
and
match.
Aleister Black, and Douchebag, as Mike has nicknamed him in the chat.
This is a good match.
What a showcase of athleticism for all these guys. This really was an opportunity for the tag team division to stand out, and I really think they did. This is a great showcase match for all the guys involved with this one. This was a nice contrast of styles for everybody. Everybody got a little bit over on this one. Pacing was good on it. Yeah, at the end of the day, this was the one I was most concerned about being on my list, but I still stand by it.
I agree with it.
Entertaining watch.
This was a big weekend for Black and Ricochet / Douchebag 100%. As well, because they had finished up at NXT the night before against the Viking Raiders in an incredible match.
Even though they did not win, clearly a showcase for them, and well earned, I think.
Well, they're part of the reason they didn't make my list. No, I'll explain. I gave high thoughts to at least being a 6 or 7 spot. I did enjoy parts of this match. Where I got lost was the teams. I don't like or understand the team up of. I get they were in a stable together. I get that, but Nakamura and Rusev just didn't do it for me. I like both individually, but that team together didn't gel for me in this match.
I
And
mean,
I can
being
say the
fair,
same thing with Black and Douchebag.
yeah, like
Um,
being fair, like there was no real plan with those guys. It was more so just about like we need a spot filled here, and these guys have a different style.
mhm.
Let's mix it up like that. This is, I think, the epitome of that old saying of styles make fights, and I think that's what we got here. We got guys, and if you look at that list, you've got four teams with really different styles. But I think what you end up getting because of that is you get a match that has a good pace that never feels boring. Um, and you get a lot of stuff there that I think makes for an exciting watch. So that's my argument against that.
Yeah.
Number 5, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, X-Pac, and Eddie Guerrero at No
Okay.
Way Out 2001.
Leaving this off my list was really, 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 really hard.
Yeah,
This
you
as
should.
an honorable mention.
A
Yeah.
high honorable mention, yeah, for sure.
What a showcase of top tier athletes for that era. This one was so well thought out. The intensity of all four guys in here, the spots made a lot of sense. There was some really innovative stuff here. Everybody came out looking great in this. Start to finish, I think that this match really showcased what an incredible mid card the WWF had
Yeah.
during that time frame. It's a sprint, but it is a very entertaining sprint. So I had to give this one high marks.
This is one of the reasons why I kind of giggled in the beginning of the show when Tyler alluded to me punishing you with a fatal four-way list, because my honorable mention list is probably as big as my top 7. There is so many great final four-way matches, and this is one of them. This was very hard to leave off my list.
Number 4 is the same as your number 4, so we agreed there.
Yeah,
number 3, and I think this is one of the matches Tyler's alluding to. I cannot believe you do not have The Miz, Cesaro, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn from Extreme Rules 2016. Yeah. Holy hell, what a match. These four guys just said, okay, we are going to go out there and we're going to show you why we need to elevate. Everybody in this match had something to prove, and they proved it in this matchup. You have got four of the best athletes in WWE at the time. Great storytelling. The finish of this match is so incredible, with Sami Zayn getting so pissed off at Kevin Owens that he brawls with him on the outside, completely blowing his shot, and Miz sneaking in the heel victory. You guys want to talk about good finishes in a four-way? This was a good finish to a four-way. And then you have Cesaro just going in there and doing his thing, swinging everybody around, hitting uppercuts. Even the start of this match, the very first spot of this match, bell rings, Sammy runs over to Owens, haluva kick, boom, and he's out. And it's like, oh my God, we don't even. The other thing that I think gives this match a notch above the others for me is the crowd. The crowd is locked the fuck in on this one. And as we've all discussed, sometimes a crowd can turn a good match to a great match, and a great match to a legendary match. Absolutely. And I think this one takes it from a very good match to a great match. So yeah, to me, I don't think there's any better showcase of athleticism than these four guys in this matchup. Okay. So that was my number 3. You're both wrong about Fatal 4-Way. It's not a number 3 match. It's not a 7. It's a number 2. Okay. But I'm going to put this
I'm down with that. I'm okay with that.
I'm going to put this in conjunction with my number 1, because I think that these two matches are the same, with one big fact, which I'm going to talk about. Both this Fatal 4-Way match and the SummerSlam match are vibe matches. These are matches where you go into it and it's a feeling you have watching it. And in this case, the feeling is chaos. Mm-hmm. And for this 1997 match, you talk about Vader being a different animal in this match. This is not Vader. This is Big Van Vader.
One of the first times, one of the only times we saw Big Van Vader in WWE. I thought the same thing when I was rewatching it. 100%.
I'll put it on the rewatch. I'll put it in the rewatch list.
This match feels like all four guys are fighting for something in this one, for the championship.
Which
it
they
feels
were, but-
important. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
But they also had rivalries going on. Stone Cold and Brett had their thing going on. Taker, Vader had their thing going on. And so there was personal things going on. The championships involved.
Well, they were all pissed at Stone Cold for
the
Rumble.
bullshit from the Royal Rumble is still fresh. There's so much going on in this match. It's a psychological fucking dreamscape. I love it.
And isn't there also like the factor that Sid was waiting for the winner?
Yeah, Sid and Brett went the next night.
So they built that into the lead up. They built that up to the lead up to the
well, they showed him
well,
backstage
right?
during the match. They cut the shots of him backstage, like pacing and watching.
That's
that's a really
five huge personalities that all managed to feel important in one match. Like,
it's crazy to think about because like WrestleMania 13 is widely regarded to be a terrible WrestleMania. But if you would have told me in February that this was going to be a terribly boring WrestleMania with the exception of a couple of matches, I would have said you were crazy because like everything was really clicking rolling into this WrestleMania.
Boring.
And
everything but the kitchen sink, Tyler. Everything but the wait, they had the kitchen sink, Tyler. They had it. Boring my ass.
This is definitely one of the worst WrestleManias of all time.
I fucking love 13. I love it.
You would.
And number one, of course, is the same thing. This is a vibe on steroids. Quite literally, I'm sure. But that's what this is. This is chaos on steroids for the number one. And right from the get-go, you realize that we're not playing with ain't nobody got time for fucking rest holds in this main event. We're just going to go to it. We're just going to hit nothing but spots and finishes. And at the end of this 20 minutes, you're going to be spent and you're going to be like, God damn, that was awesome. And it 100% was.
It's like Brock Lesnar gathered everybody in the back and was like, listen, this is how I do my matches. I go really fast, and then the match ends. And
then Braun was like, can I put you through 2 tables and then flip another table on you? And Brock's like, yeah, sure, if I can take a break.
Yeah, I'm going to sit out for the rest of the match.
On paper, this match should be horrible.
Really I remember not being excited for this match at all.
Because Braun Strowman is fucking Braun Strowman. 2017 Roman is not the tribal chief.
You can go back to WrestleMedia and you can watch Matt and I talk about this match on our YouTube channel about how we thought this whole thing was going to be off the rails awful. And wow, was I ever glad to be wrong on that one, because man, was this ever entertaining from start to finish. Yeah, man. So absolutely, you are 100% dead on with this one. Number one with a bullet for me as well.
I agree with that. Okay, so I need to ask you guys about one match that nobody mentioned, and I need to know, am I just romanticizing this as being a unbelievable match and it's just normal? But I want to go to Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and Edge.
That was my next honorable mention.
To me, I remember watching this match and just being blown away by it. This is at the very beginning of the SmackDown 6 era. So, what was it for you guys that just didn't put this one over the top? Am I romanticizing it, or just these ones were better?
To me,
I didn't do a list.
Matches.
Yeah, you're off the hook, Sookram.
Was there anything specific that you want to talk about, Mike? Because there is a very specific reason for why this does not make my list.
I don't think there's anything specific. I don't think there's anything specific. There was just several other matches. I was going to say 7, but no, there was probably about 9 other matches I enjoyed more. That's all.
So, absolutely tremendous match. No question about it. But this is only a 4-way match for about 6 minutes. And then it really just becomes a one-on-one match between Kurt Angle and Edge for maybe the last 10, which is great. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But the 4-way aspect of this match goes out the window in the first quarter. So to me, in all good conscience, I could not put it on my list.
Fair enough.
Even with other elimination matches that are on here, like the Fatal 4-Way match, all the eliminations happen in a span of like 5 minutes at the end of the match. So all 4 participants are still actively involved in it right up until the end. That is the only reason that this match doesn't get a spot, because
Fair
it
enough.
is a classic, such a good match. But to me, it's a 4-way match for about 6 minutes, and then it's Kurt Angle versus Edge, which again, you're not going to go wrong with. An absolute masterpiece.
Fair enough, guys. I think 2 solid lists there. Why don't you guys leave a bunch of comments this week?
Leave a ton of comments.
Whose list did you like better, Mike's or Adam's? Should Razor Ramon be on the keep list? Who's a better promo? Leave us all your hot takes on this week's episode. This was a lot of fun.
You can leave them anywhere. You can leave them
on the promos list.
Who's that? Who
Bray Wyatt.
I did not even think about Bray Wyatt.
Because I probably would have had him over Owens, and I might have even had him over The Rock. I have to think about it.
Well, yeah. Leave the comment. Who is the best? Leave it in the comments, guys. Who's the best promo of all time?
Waylon Mercy.
And if you don't know the answer, just comment with Blue Hood Crew.
Right.
Leave your comments on Spotify, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. It doesn't matter. We want to hear from you. Do it anywhere you want to do. We're going to see it. We're going to read it. I promise you.
Unless you leave it on Threads or StreamYard or wherever else, because we don't look at those.
What the fuck is a StreamYard?
I don't know. Whatever the thing is.
We have a Discord.
It's worse than a boneyard.
Discord, yeah.
The only 2 people that have joined our Discord are Matt and Good Walsh. So we need more people in our Discord.
I think we might get more people on Discord if we use it.
Well, we can only use it if there's people
that
in
might
it.
Be that might be helpful.
It's a chicken egg thing here.
I just found out we had Discord, so
we've had it
talking about social media
for over 2 years.
Sookram
we've had it for 2 years.
We've had it for over 2 years.
Oh,
Sookram and I out here looking like the broadcast team from WrestleMania 37.
If a tree falls in the woods, boys. If a tree falls in the woods.
Samoa Joe was in my number 1. He's on the podcast. We love this. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, man, we got this next couple weeks is insane. Tyler, you already told them, so we might as well rip the Band-Aid off. 100% EC3 or EC3. No.
What?
Paul
No way.
London. I was reading something. Paul London is on the show.
Paul London. I'm very excited for this.
Paul London is on the show.
When you have EC3 on, can you bring me in just so I can sit there in the back and go, trouble.
I have a bunch of stuff in front of me, and EC3 is written on it, and I accidentally spoke.
You're not going to hear any complaints from me, man. I love EC3.
And then in the next week or 2, we'll hear from somebody else. Tyler, am I allowed to say this name, or am I holding this back?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I can. This is big for me. This is a favorite for me. We talked earlier about our favorites on the Ontario Indies, and this is I can't wait to talk to this guy. Tomorrow morning, Tyler and I will sit down with the one and only EY Eric Young.
That's huge, man.
I'm so excited for this one. Yeah.
That's going to be very fun.
For this one.
For our listeners that won't know what tomorrow morning is, just check out our YouTube channel. It will be posted very shortly.
Yeah, we'll put it on YouTube, and then in the next 2 or 3 weeks, it'll be on the show.
Another world champion for you guys.
I don't think we're getting back on this show anytime soon.
The beer drinking world champion.
I wouldn't invite me back.
I'm very excited. Eric Young's been a favorite of mine since day one. So very cool to talk to EY. Anything else, gentlemen? Thank you very much for joining us. Anything you guys want to plug? Anything cool going on?
I already did my plug-in at the beginning, so thanks so much. I'll just say again, check out Talk Solid Wrestling if you want to hear more of this voice, and then just check out rocksolidpro.ca for everything else Rock Solid Wrestling. Come see us in Sterling on May 30th.
Fantastic.
This is literally the only wrestling thing I do, so if you want to do something that's not wrestling, check out Jay's Journal, or if you're into junior hockey, check us out on the Troops Trio podcast on the North Bay Battalion YouTube page.
Tyler, you're going to be at Barrie Wrestling in May, yeah?
I don't know yet, to be honest.
You don't know?
Well, but it's May the 9th regardless. Support it with or without me being there.
Very good. We have some big matches going on.
Yeah, the card's stacked right now. I'm pretty excited.
We got the return of the Wild Rovers match.
It's definitely one of my favorite matches of the year.
Absolutely. Brad Myers getting in the ring.
If you like soccer and you like wrestling, well, boy, do we got a match for you.
Always one of the most entertaining matches of the year. So that's all for this
They are
week, ladies and
ridiculous.
gentlemen.
Yes. Take us home, brother.
Until next week when we come back with Paul London. Danny, ring the bell. Oh, wait, sorry. Wait. You've been counted out.
Let's all do it together, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hugs and kisses.
No.